Where's the beef? Gamer Podcast.
How you doing? Welcome to a new episode of Where's the Beef? Gamer Podcast. I'm Clint. Chris is in the house. How you doing, Chris?
How you doing? Welcome to Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast. This is Chris, and my co-host is Clint Maximus. How have you been doing, Clint?
Hey, I've been good, man. Just been home, not doing much, chilling.
What's that movie that keeps looping?
Looper?
No.
No.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, yeah.
Imagine our
movie,
whole
that.
podcast is just Groundhog Day.
Yes, I'll be finding ways to shoot myself. So what you been doing today? What's been happening today?
Just trying to figure out this issue I have. I've started training, and there's some stuff I don't know how to solve, and I'm like trying to bang my head on it. And there are a couple of other people with the group and me, and it's like a lot of people have been messaging me and trying to tell me to help them how to solve like this problem. It's like, dude, I'm not an expert. I don't know how he did it. It's like I feel like I'm back working as an IT. Give me your number, I get messages at 5 a.m. No, stop.
So it looks like it's all go for you then, at least. At least things are moving a bit forward. That's cool. Me did nothing all day. Just, yeah, man, I finished Resident Evil. That was it. That's the only thing I did today. That was it. Laid in bed, finished it, and ate food. It was good. Nice, productive day.
I remember the story when I got a phone call from my boss. It was like 5 a.m. This was years ago. Like 5 or 4 a.m. and said, my kid's iPad is not working. He forgot his email and password. Can you hack Apple? I'm like, oh.
Can you hack Apple?
So I'm like, it's like, what do you mean hack Apple? How can I get your credentials? You don't even know your email and password. What can I do? Just hack Apple. Or like, can you hack my friend's Facebook account? I was like, what are you talking? What is this? What do you mean hack their account?
They've been watching too many fucking movies, man. Let me just hack your account. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop. There we go.
Open computers like hacked.
I swear, man. That's what they think. Stupid.
I know. That's what they really think. It's like, oh yeah, you're the tech guy, so you know how to hack people.
To
it's
hack
like,
shit. My God. Right. Shall we take a look at today's stories?
Yes.
First story today is Returnal Studio has recommended that you turn off auto updates before the new patch. I think I did see a patch today. So I'm presuming it's that. And there was a patch like maybe a few days ago or a week ago, I think, as well. So basically, if you haven't played Returnal yet, there's a thing that Returnal does is that when you start the game, it'll keep on going until you die. Pretty much. It doesn't stop until you fucking die. Then it sends you flying right back to the beginning. And man, could you imagine if you're one of those players who's just defeated a boss, going through into the next stage, powering through, man, you've got all these amazing weapons, man, and an update kicks in and it erases your progress. This is apparently one of the biggest issues that's been happening. For the auto updates and stuff like that. So yeah, people have been losing their progress with a game that doesn't let you fucking save. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's a roguelike, progress is like, it's so minimal and there's so much repetition, especially a lot of people bought this game like thinking they're gonna like it, but they don't know what the roguelike type of game is. But they had to push through it because they just paid $70 for the game. So this is very frustrating for a lot of people that the game is probably not their cup of tea, you know? Because despite what the review says, I've been reading a lot of like angry messages from people like they have never played roguelike games. They just don't know the concept of it. So it's like take like a JRPG game like, I don't know, a Tales game or like Ni no Kuni. Like it's a very good game, but if you don't like JRPGs, you're not gonna like it.
You're gonna get into it, exactly. Yeah. You know what the funny thing about that is that there was stories online, especially when I started playing, because I was very lucky to get a review code like a couple of weeks before. So I already knew it was a rogue game. I knew what the fuck I was getting into. In general, I do like it. It's just fucking hard. That's the only issue for me. But I still think it's a good game. But there were stories of people who would put their PlayStation on rest mode. They paused the game, put it on rest mode, and would, attempt to carry on the next day. Some people had stories of power going out, updates coming in. I think there was one story of somebody's mom unplugged the PlayStation while they had it in rest mode, and they were screaming. Man, I've got to find these tweets because, man, you're gonna die. There's so many amazing stories of people trying to save progress in Returnal. It's very funny.
That's hilarious. I knew this was gonna happen. I told you that like this was gonna happen with a lot of people who just bought it just because it was like this new game on a new console. I remember. What was this terrible game that Spider made? When the first PS4 came out, and a lot of people bought it, but it was like a shit game. But because Blood something, like, oh my god, it was so awful.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. If we don't even remember the name, then it mustn't be important. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you looking for the game? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, it's called Bound by Flame. Yes.
I've never heard of it. Bound by Flame. What's that?
You never heard of it? Lucky you.
I don't think so.
I envy you. It's okay. I'm not even gonna talk about how awful this game was. It was awful.
Maybe if I see the front cover, I'll know what it is. Bound by Flame? Bound by Flame. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it. I remember seeing it, but I never played it. The front cover is like a devil thing in the background, and then there's like a knight on the front cover, right?
It's shite. Thou art shite game.
Thou art shite.
If you played the game, you understand the joke of thou art, because it tries to be so Shakespearean. It has to have like Shakespearean lines in it, and all it does is just adds thou art. It's like that's not Shakespearean.
You know what? I think I might need to play this game now. Now that you're telling me about it, I love shit movies and shit games. It's what I live for, man. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, you probably end up throwing away your PS4 in the garbage.
Get the fuck out of here. Right, let's get into your next story. Sony, we didn't mention this last week because I remember when we finished the episode, you sent me the news that they just got a Discord.
Partnership.
What's that?
A partnership. They didn't buy
a partnership. Oh, I thought they bought it. Okay, so they got a partnership with them. All right, cool. So yeah, well, they've an investor into Discord, which is cool. So we were mentioning this before. What do you think is going to be like one of the biggest benefits for Sony now?
Crossplay.
Yeah,
because let's say if you have someone on PC and you have someone on PlayStation, you guys cannot party chat, right?
That's right.
You guys can communicate, but it has to be in-game. And in the in-game, there's a lot of random people. And you don't want to talk with random people. You don't like random people. You want to talk with your friends only. And you just have this chaos of so many other people talking in the in-games. Like, oh my God. So what usually people do is just like they use their phone and use just Discord, right? But now Discord is, you'll get an app under Sony and just like, you can use the PC app and the console app without like using like a third device like your phone. to communicate with each other.
Cool. From what I'm reading, Discord is one of the biggest online communities, especially for gaming enthusiasts, like Chris just mentioned now, people, using it for crossplay. They have over 140 million active users since December 2020. So that's really good. So yeah, Sony is investing an unspecified amount of money, it says here. But they've got a big investment coming in. And yeah, like you said, they're probably going to have like apps and different things. I'm sure that's going to show up on the PlayStation Network. So yeah, man, it'll be good. It will be good. Next story today.
Are you asking me?
I'm telling you, Sony charges for crossplay support to protect PlayStation Network revenue. This is according to some kind of documents which have been shown. So an Epic lawsuit shows that Sony gets royalties if too many PlayStation players spend money elsewhere. Really? Seriously?
So stupid. Protect Drive. Suck. Fuck off. It's like because crossplay. I don't know how to. Okay, so sometimes a lot of people just like decide which console they want to buy, if it was Xbox or PlayStation, depending on their friends. Or let's say if I have, 15 of my friends have PlayStation, but I particularly don't like PlayStation. I want to get an Xbox, but I don't have any friends to play with, on Xbox, so I get a PlayStation. But now I can get an Xbox and just play with my friends, so that's why they still want to get some revenues. Because every time someone buys, let's say, some skin or coins or whatever microtransaction is from Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever the fuck is, PlayStation gets a cut. But when you are on a different console, they don't.
Yeah, of course not. So, anyway, from what I'm reading, Sony has reportedly chosen not to support crossplay for other games like things like Minecraft, Rocket League. New release documents from Epic Games versus the Apple lawsuit have shown that Epic tried to negotiate with Sony for crossplay. And that once Sony did finally allow crossplay platforms, and then that's when they began charging developers. So, the documents do carry on, but I don't want to read through all the fucking documents. They're a bit boring. But Sony's justification for the royalty payment seems to be its way of ensuring that if a ton of players are on its platform, it's going to see a proportional amount of revenue on PSN 2. So apparently that's going to be a 30% cut of in-game purchases from the network as well. Okay. Okay, that sounds boring to me, all honesty. I'm just like, what can you do? It's Sony in the end. Next story today: PlayStation could be bringing back the old Xbox. Could be bringing back an old Xbox exclusive. This is interesting. So,
clickbait title.
I know, but I'm reading it. I'm presuming that I'm trying to think which one they're talking about before I read it. Right. Okay. So the exclusive Sunset Overdrive.
Ooh.
So yeah. The
Sunset
series
Overdrive
could be
is very good.
Is that the one where you're on the rails and stuff, and you start off in a base and you go out into the town?
Yes.
And I remember it being quite good. It was fun.
It's one of the best games on the Xbox exclusive.
Well, looks like it could be revived on PlayStation 5 by the looks of this.
Well, that'd be good. Like, this game deserves a sequel. Like, it's genuinely really fun. It's like just chaotic fun, like Saint Rose, but more lighthearted. It has zombies and, like, think of it like Dead Island or whatever it's called. but it's more colorful, and they have wacky guns. There's like bazooka guns, there's like vinyl guns, and they are...
Yeah, I remember it being fun. It was all like hip-hop and dance music and stuff, graffiti, that kind of thing. I remember it being fun.
Yeah, and the more you do like slides and grinds and whatever, you get, you wrap up speeds, and the more moves you do is like Tony Hawk's. Like your legs are Tony Hawk's, and the more moves you do, the more speed you get, the more chaotic damage you can do. It's just such a like really fun game.
Cool. So basically, this came to light because obviously Insomniac were the guys behind that. And now they've got like Ratchet and Clank, they've got Marvel's Spider-Man. How this came to light was apparently a Twitter user saw that PlayStation successfully registered the Sunset Overdrive name as a patent. So this is how that came out. And you know what they're like, you know, when Sony patents something, that means they're obviously doing something. So yeah, I reckon we're going to get a sequel. Hopefully. And you know what? Could you imagine, man, that game, when did the original game come out?
No, 2000. I think it was 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember being quite an old one, yeah.
Let me check. 2014. Yep, October
2014. Right, so that means we'll probably get it in like 2023 or something, or 2024, right? So imagine how that game is going to look now. When it's all been polished, you know, having a sequel with next-gen graphics. Imagine all that, you know, like the grinding and all that kind of stuff, and the graphics, how that town's gonna look. It's gonna be fucking phenomenal. I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a you know, cell. What do you call cell-based game? Like cell graphics, whatever you call them. Cell shaded. It's like. Sure, you're gonna have like better lighting, but I don't think you're gonna have, you know, like extra realistic graphics, because you know
no, nothing like that. But yeah. it's gonna you know, with the processing power and everything, and you know, it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna be a good one. I like it. Right,
excited.
Next story, new PlayStation 5 console with 6nm AMD chip expected for 2020. I think I read about this. Is there talks of them doing a redesign because of the change in the chip or something?
Yeah, I think.
That's what I read, yeah.
So, because the PS5 is 7 nanometer, is going to be now 6 nanometer. So, I think this will help with some power. With the power consumption, like maybe a smaller factor, but maybe not. I don't think like redesigning the whole thing. I think this is more like the Switch version 2, where nothing changed, just like they updated the chipset just so it doesn't get hacked. They're not doing it because of the hacking reason. I think they're doing it because PS5 has a lot of like coil noise issues. So coil noise doesn't affect your console at all. Like it runs perfectly normal. But what coil noise is that when your how do you say, like the not capacitor. It's like the power supply has something called like a big that switches between high voltage and low voltage. I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. Anyways, that vibrates a lot, and there's a coil inside. And when electricity runs through a coil, which sometimes you see like a twisted coil, right? That coil vibrates. When it vibrates, is you have two metals cling. They cling to each other, and you hear like a noise, right? When you have metal and you just cling to each other, and the wire vibrating makes clinging noise. So that's what coil whine comes from. Just like parts inside the power supply, just emitting noise because of higher power consumption. It doesn't affect your console in no way, but it is annoying. But you don't usually hear it if you have your like TV volume on, but when you mute it, you probably can hear it.
Yeah. Is this the processing the chip or whatever it is this partly a reason why the console's been high in demand because of them actually getting hold of the chip and building the fucking machine? Is it because of this?
I don't think so. No, just like there's silicon issues when in the globe. There's just not enough silicon to make goddamn CPUs. Yeah, a lot of people have been struggling with like VGA, even PC gamers. Like, I know a friend who sold their graphics card thinking he's gonna get the new one. He's gonna pay a bit of extra, get the new one. He got fucked. He's been waiting for like for almost like 9 months now.
9 years. I was gonna say, man, maybe he should change his graphics card. No, man, I insist on getting this one that came out 9 years ago.
I mean, I wouldn't surprise because nothing has been fixed. I don't think even next year we're gonna have some. Because right now there's like, what do you call buyer's impulse? Like buyers, like you have this fear to feel that you're left out, and now that like PS5, because if you know in the back of your hand, I can buy this Apple whenever I want. You don't go outside and buy the Apple because you don't need it right now. Yeah. Right? But if you know that Apple is running out and someday you might need it, you go out and buy it right now. So that's what's been happening with a lot of people. A lot of people have been buying, the graphics cards or the new console, even though they don't want it or need it right now, particularly. Just like buying it because they're just afraid of missing out. It's like the same with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. A lot of, that, what do you call, not remorse. There's a particular word for it, for missing, feeling left out.
Fair enough. Right, next story today. Resident Evil Village. Apparently porn mode is a thing already, which is cool. I'm seeing a lot of really cool mods for Resident Evil Villages already. The big vampire lady, they have one where her face is Thomas the Tank Engine, which is kind of funny. But in this particular story, it doesn't actually... What's happened is they haven't targeted her per se. They've targeted her 3 daughters, and they've put them nude mode.
Why isn't like a lesbian group sex? I think that would have been better. Probably someone is gonna do it. Probably someone's working on it right now. All 3 of them just like naked together and stomping on you.
I don't know. Well, anyway, that's like Chris's fantasy. Stomp me. Ta, ta, ta. So yeah, it looks like this porn mode is already out, and yeah, it like I said, it's about the 3 sisters. They walk around naked pretty much, and they attack you. I don't see any pictures though. I'm looking, I see nothing, but apparently there are videos out there. Have a search.
Just Pornhub, just write Resident Evil Village. I'm sure you'll find it there. I'm not surprised. We have sex with Keanu Reeves mod, so internet is always creepy.
Yeah. God bless the modders. That's what they live for. Doing those kind of things. I love it.
The horny mothers.
Right, let's get into
I was going to say mothers. It's like mothers.
No, just be careful what you say. Ubisoft announces the Division free-to-play spin-off, Heartland. So I didn't play the Division. You played both?
Yes, and I've platinum both.
All right, so is this something you would play, a free-to-play spin-off?
Wait, let me see some gameplay.
You want to see if it actually looks good? Let me double-check this. I want to see if it looks okay.
I remember I saw it. Okay. So we have Jack Gyllenhaal inside for some reason. No, there's a Division film starting.
Oh,
Jack,
okay.
His name is actually pronounced Gyllenhaal. Yike Gyllenhaal.
You just remind me so much of The Office. Dwight. Ian Jordan.
Actually, false. Oh, what does he say? Fact or whatever.
No, I can't remember because I've been watching a lot of The Office. It's so funny. I think I'm on season 4 now. I've been watching them all back to back. So good.
Yeah, I love how Jim like trolls Dwight all the time.
No, the one that I like was I think when Jim had another job and he left for another company and he came back and he managed to get Dwight's head letter paper, so he was sending faxes to himself and it made it look like it was messages from the future, and he was like, the coffee is poisoned, and he was like, no, and he ran and knocked the coffee out of someone's hand. So funny. We'll go.
So I still don't know if this game is like, what is it? Is it like stupid? What do you call these type of games? What is Warzone?
Battle Royale kind of thing?
Is it Battle Royale kind of thing?
I don't know. Yeah, probably like teams of 4 or 5 going out, or go solo, go as duos, go out onto a map, kill each other. But from what I'm reading, there's also another Division game in development, but for mobile.
So I see there's like level caps. There's a progression system, and you can create characters. There's gears. Interesting. This looks interesting. I mean, it's free to play, and I don't have money, so I probably will download this.
You'll probably play it, yeah. Also, that movie you were talking about with Jake Gyllenhaal, Jessica Chastain's in it as well. It's coming to Netflix.
Jessica Chastain is a great actress.
She's very good. Yes, it's coming to Netflix.
Netflixo.
Netflix.
I mean, this is the second movie with Jake Gyllenhaal that he plays, that he works with Ubisoft.
What was the first one? Prince of Persia?
Yeah, Prince of Persia.
The movie wasn't that bad. I remember it being all right.
Prince of Persia is my favorite video game movie. Hands down.
It's a good one.
I mean,
it's a good
that
one.
and Detective Pikachu. I mean, Detective Pikachu mostly worked because what's the actor's name? Today I have like a brain fart. Ryan Reynolds. Today I'm forgetting stuff. Do you have amnesia? Ryan Reynolds, yes. I mean, at first it was weird having Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu, but it worked really well. And it's like it's actually really fun. Like it's a rewatchable movie.
I think I've seen half of it. I don't think I've seen all of it for some reason.
I mean, you're not like the biggest Pokemon fan to like.
Not really, no. I do like some Pokemon stuff, but no, I'm not like heavily into it though.
Yeah, because in the 90s you weren't like a kid. Pokemon wasn't a kid. It wasn't your thing.
For me, it was more horror stuff and Final Fantasy. That's what I was into when I was like as a teenager in my 20s, I guess. Yeah.
Righto. The Witcher 3 director leaves CD Projekt Red after workplace bullying investigation. Ooh.
Like the director's been bullying, or they've been bullying him, or her maybe.
Yeah, that's what like as a. Oh, he was the subject of a lengthy internal investigation based on accusation of bullying. So he was bullying.
Okay.
So his name is. Oh my God! Say his name. I cannot say his name.
Let me open it up because I was actually looking at famous video game movies. I was trying to think what my favorite one was. Oh my goodness, Konrad Thomas Garaskizig. Something like that.
Konrad Thomas Gizegzig. While a commission form for his investigation found him not guilty, so he still chose to resign from his job. He chose. Yeah, right. He didn't choose shite. He was just like, kindly leave, or you won't get a pension or something like that.
Thomas Kowiski. Thomas Kowicki's. There you go. Conrad Thomas Kowicki's. There you go. That's how you say it. I was sitting there for ages while I was listening. I was like, Thomas Kowicki's. Come Thomas. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. I think.
So if he wasn't found guilty and there's no proof that he bullied people, also it's like, isn't he like the director? He's a boss, right? Every boss is kind of a bully. But how?
Well, they have to be, so they get shit done.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like Europeans are too sensitive. And it's like, I feel like any European, if they work one company here in Lebanon, they would like, because the first day complain to HR and they get laughed at in their faces.
Look at this idiot. He thinks he's in a real job.
Exactly. Okay. From your point of view as a Brit guy, okay, how different is working in companies in Europe and working in companies in the Middle East?
The Middle East is, look, for example, in the Middle East, I'm not going to say there are no rules. There are rules, but they're bent.
Exactly.
When you have companies in Europe, things are done by the book to a certain standard and things are done in a certain way. The problem in the Middle East is that you always get a lot of people who think they're just in a much higher position than you. This is the issue with a lot of Middle East companies, whether it be Lebanese, Egyptian. I mean, I've worked with a lot of them, and they've all got that same Middle Eastern attitude, but it's not a bad thing. A lot of people are good friends of mine.
Sorry.
No, it depends, because some of these people are friends and people that I know, but like I said, you get people with egos and shit. This is the issue, man.
I'm talking about the workplace. I'm not talking about the people. I'm not talking like your friends and whatever. But in the workplace, in the Middle East, there's this sense of hierarchy that I am, because my job is higher than yours, so it's like you're my slave or bitch. Exactly. You're my slave. Bitch. You're my bitch. If I tell you to bend over and open your anus, you'll do it. Because I'm giving you money and you have to kiss my feet. Because I'm providing you food. I'm giving you food. I'm putting food on your table. Your kids are going to school because of me. That's how they think. I think because I give you money, I own you. That's how they have, like I'm their god, it's like, dude, I'm not a cat, it's like, he thinks they think they are cats, because, cat, when you feed them, they think, oh yeah, this human is feeding me, so I am a god. They just don't understand that without the employee doing tasks for you, you're not able to do the job. Like, what is the point of an employee that if he doesn't have a value, right? So that's the issue. So I feel like if any of these people came and work in any Middle Eastern company, they would fucking cry. They will cry.
Let's get into our next story before Chris makes somebody else cry. You go get my coffee. You rub my feet.
You gave a really good point of view from your stand, right? But I mean, you're like a very tough skin and you're like witty. You can you don't let people take advantage of you, right? Because you're witty and you have tough skin. But someone who's like used to the comfort of the laws and by the books, they can't handle it.
Well, all honesty, I think Lebanon toughened me a lot.
Yeah,
because I worked in Lebanon for so long, and working with a lot of Middle Eastern companies, it toughens you. You become tough to it. It's good.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think getting toughed by abuse, it's a good thing.
All right, let's get into our next story. Stalker 2, according to the developers, will be hundreds of hours long. I'm not playing that fucking game. I'm not sitting there for 100, not even 100, hundreds of hours. No, I don't. I want to see you try and platinum that.
Stalker 2 isn't it an exclusive game?
It's for Xbox Series X and S exclusive. Yes, I don't know for how long though, but it's definitely an exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a day one game on Game Pass probably. Yes, right or no? Because if it's it's an exclusive game. Every exclusive game is a day one game. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't care about achievement numbers, points. So that's great about me about Xbox. I don't give a shit about achievements. It's just numbers. Numbers, they don't mean anything. It's not a trophy. I like shiny trophies. I swear, if the achievements became like more shiny, I probably will get into achievements. But as of right now, I don't care. I don't know what is Stalker's like a game people care about?
It used to be. It was really. I remember getting Stalkers on PC. I remember playing it on PC. It was like a big open world kind of thing. It was really good. Back in the day, it was such a good game. It was like when you have a PC, it's like you got to have Crysis and you got to have Stalker. These are the games that you would get for your PC. So Stalker 2 has been in development for years. They went quiet for so long, and now they're talking about it because obviously they have a product, they have something ready. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how it looks. It looks a bit like what was that game based on that Russian novel where they're all underground? There was a nuclear thing that happened on top.
Metroid?
Yeah, Metro.
But it's not.
It reminds me of that.
I don't know. I feel like it's more like Fear.
Fear was good as well. What a good game that was. The first Fear, wow.
Yeah.
The second one, I don't know if I played the second one. I remember getting an amazing graphics card just to play Fear. And you know where I got Fear from? I went into Bush Hamoud and got it from Tony. That's when I got Fear.
Tony from Bush Hamoud.
Tony, Ronnie, you don't remember the DVD shops back in the day?
In Bush Hamoud?
In Bush Hamoud, yes.
Was it under the bridge?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. I know. It's a big shop. It's like it's a condensed. It's like you think it's a big shop, but it's actually a small shop. It's so condensed with so many DVDs.
Yeah. And so many people inside as well. Like, hey, I used to love it. Tony and Ronnie, it was two brothers used to run it, and then they split. I think one of them opened up a DVD shop in Ashrafia, and then and one opened up another one somewhere else. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, both of them are crying right now.
I used to get all my deep man. I used to go like maybe once every 2 weeks, and I'd spend like maybe $20 on just fucking shitloads of fake DVDs, all the movies I wanted to see. Xbox 360 games and PC games. I used to come with a bag, and I used to start playing and watching movies all weekend. It was so cool.
Yeah. The internet was so bad back then in Lebanon. Like, it's still bad, but it was worse.
It was garbage. You couldn't even download like an MP3. That's how bad it was.
Exactly. So people used to buy movies. We all know it's pirated movies, but the internet was so it wasn't worth waiting days.
We didn't have a choice, man. We didn't have a choice. It was either you buy the fake DVD for, was it 1,000, 2,000, or 1,500?
Yeah.
Or you go to Virgin Megastore, buy the original for $40. A DVD, not even Blu-ray. It was like it was $39.99. I remember it was $40.
It's more. There were some movies that cost like $60, $80.
Was it because it had like the exclusive and it had the collector's edition? I don't know what, which is bullshit.
It's like for a fucking movie, seriously? Like $40 for a fucking movie? No way. Fuck off. So what they used to do is that they used to buy one movie from Syria, just drove all the way to Syria, just like one movie, and just like copy it for millions of millions. So because
they told me about his one of the guys' warehouse. They have a warehouse that's just full of those big CD burning stacks that have like 5 or 10 burners on it, and they put one DVD in, it burns like another 9 fucking discs after it. Fucking hell, yeah.
I used to work in that warehouse for like 2 years, and like used to download all software cracks.
Yeah. All the crack software. Do you have Ableton 1? What to keep like on Ableton 11 now? Ableton 2. Oh my god.
It's like people came to me, I installed this, next, but it's not running. It's like, dude, there's a crack. You need to crack it. It's like, yeah, they just throw the PC on my face. Install it for me. Bitch, pay me.
Exactly.
I used to take like 10 Tau for me to install them their software. And the DVD was like 5 Tau, so I make 15 Tau. It would take me like 30 minutes. 15 Tau. It was like $10, not bad.
Nice. All right, let's get into your next story today. Limited Run Games have now got an official partner, which is Xbox. So now an official Xbox partner. Now, Limited Run. This is something that I like about these guys. Limited Run, they do collector's editions. They basically get they get the permission, they get all the artwork, the booklets, and they make everything. So you get like these special editions for games. Like for example, they just recently released the big Doom box set for Switch. Dude, have you seen this?
It looks amazing.
It looks so fucking good. I would want this, but I know that my girlfriend would kill me. Don't you have it? Yes, but it's a box set. No. I know we'd end up having a fight because I spent like $130 to $150 on a fucking box set for Doom for 3 games that I already own.
There's a floppy disk USB. Damn.
Man, I'm just looking at the floppy disk. How cool is that?
But it's a USB, it's not an actual floppy disk.
Man, it looks good. It comes with a steel case, the floppy disk. It comes with the Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3. It comes with the artwork, the booklets, the soundtrack. Man, they do such a good job. They also did one for Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Apparently, I was just looking at the box set for that. Crazy. And it's become like a big collector's thing, apparently. Like a lot of people are buying this, so... looks like Xbox now they've had a chat and obviously they've gotten together. So I'm hoping they're going to do some fucking good limited run, like Xbox exclusive box sets, man, because that would be amazing.
Yeah, like Halo Infinite. That would be cool.
It would be cool, man. It would be so cool. Because I'm still a fan of physical more than I still like going to a store, picking up a special edition of something or buying, the figurines or something, that goes with the game. It's nice, man, but yeah, those days are slowly going away.
For me, I think I stopped buying physical, but I still do. Like if it's a game that I want for life, I'll buy the physical. Like I know,
it's like a fucking big classic. Like, oh my god, I gotta get. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Or for me, Horizon, I have it on disc. I have God of War on disc. I have Witcher 3, Bloodborne. Like all of these games are safe to replay whenever I want. But other games like I don't care if Need for Speed. If I ever play Need for Speed again, like who gives a shit? Like if it's the fucking Bound by Flame, that game can burn to death.
I can picture you. I think Christmas time when it comes out, I'm gonna buy you the Bound by Flame collector's edition. I'm gonna send it to your house.
Why would you waste your money instead buy me something that I would actually use? I
just want to see your face open this parcel and go, "Fuck you, Clint. What the hell is this?" Bound by
buy
Flame
me something from
edition.
Xbox. Like buy me a new controller.
I'm so gonna start looking. If I see Bound by Flame, like an original copy with something with it, man, for sure, I'm getting it for you.
I have the physical disc, so
you can have 2.
I can have 2. Yes, thank you. One on Xbox, one on PlayStation.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna send a message to you. Please film Chris while he opens this box. Okay, and start filming you while you open and just seeing your face go. Fuck you, motherfucker. I hope you die of syphilis.
Then there'll be a box of dildo inside.
Oh god, that would shock your entire family. I'll make sure the entire family's around you when you're opening this big box of dildos. Thanks, Clint.
How you're going to like make that happen? Like Steph, go to his house, ask for his mother, ask for his aunt. Like this long quest for Steph to get all of my family.
Oh, I'll find, man. We're in the world of digital information, man. I'll just send a message. I'll say, I've sent $1 million to Chris. He's opening the box to share among the family at 3 p.m. Man, they're all going to show up thinking that you're going to give them money. And then you're going to give them dildos. One for you, one for you, one for you. And right at the bottom, bound by flame. Fuck you, Clint.
Yeah. Speaking of dildos, I actually have done that joke many times. I told you about it, right? When I went to Amsterdam and I bought like 10 dildos, and there were like 10 dildos in my in my suitcase. Coming home. I'm just imagining the person who just like looks through the what do you call the X-ray or whatever, and like just sees a bag of dildos.
Didn't even bat an eye. It was like, yeah, I'm not opening up that fucking suitcase. Go, get the fuck out of here. Go. There's no way we're opening this on. You'll catch something with the second you open the suitcase.
And they were cheap dildos. It was like €5 each. Like, okay, I did spend like €50 on dildos. But now think about it. I spent €50 just for a joke. Or multiple jokes, to be honest. And I just wrapped them inside the gift and just gift them on my friend's birthday. And 3 years in a row, he's been getting. And every time what I do is like I hide it inside another box. And I still have my MacBook box. And what I did...
you poor guy. Oh, you got me a MacBook. Oh, wow.
He was, and it was very heavy because I put like inside rocks in it. And he thought you actually got a MacBook Pro. He opened it. And he saw dildos like the 3 years in a row. He got the dildo from me.
Man, I bet he's sitting there opening this year and going, I need new fucking friends. I need new people in my life. I got a big fucking collection of dildos in my house.
The devastation in his eyes. Oh my God. It's like he was... I mean, come on. Be a bit logical. I'm not gonna fucking buy you a MacBook Pro. Jesus. It's like $1,300 laptop. What am I, Bill Gates?
Have a dildo. Have a dildo, my friend. Right, let's get into your next story before we carry on our dildo conversation. Xbox apparently has never turned a profit on any of its devices. This actually came to light because Xbox Vice President Laurie Wright had to testify in the Epic versus Apple court case as a third-party witness. And basically what happened was the vice president gave insight into Xbox's internal working and said that they've never actually turned a profit off hardware through any of the Xbox iterations. That's mad. But then again, like you said, Xbox, I don't think Microsoft give a shit, right?
Yeah, I don't think Microsoft gives a shit. It's not a profit for them. It's just relevance. For them, yeah. Xbox is... I'm not saying Microsoft's not relevant. They're a $1 trillion company, but it's not exciting. Windows 10 update 2.0234. Like, who gives a shit, Who cares? They don't have phones anymore, so that's not, something exciting for the market. And they don't have anything that's exciting for users, right? Like clients or customers. it's not exciting. Tell me a product from Microsoft that's exciting other than Xbox.
What was their version of iPod called?
Surface?
No. What was their iPod? Was it called Zoom? Not Zoom. Was it Zoom?
Team, Microsoft Teams, something like that.
It was their version of iPod.
Really?
Apple.
There was one like that? I have no idea.
No. Was it? Yes, it was Was it Microsoft? Microsoft iPod. What did they call it?
Never heard of it.
They called it a Zune. Zune.
Really?
Type it in, Zune. It was such a failure. I remember because the iPod, for like maybe it was the second generation of iPod. And then Microsoft said, yes, we have Microsoft Zune coming out. And I remember getting so excited about it. I was like, Zune. I didn't get one in the end. Thank God I didn't buy one because it lasted like a year. That was it. It didn't survive.
Never even heard of this.
Yeah, it was discontinued in 2011.
Yeah.
My goodness. And they integrated the software into Windows as well. Like they made it a part of Windows at one point back then. So like when you log on, like with Apple, you have Apple Music and shit. With Microsoft, it was going to be you log on to Windows, use Zune. That was what their big thing was. So
yeah, again, never heard of it. Never saw that. Like
Man.
I've been a Mac user for over 15 years, and so like any of these stupid things that Windows does, I'm free from it.
Nice. Righty. Next order. You want to do this one?
Assassin's Creed Third Crusade game moving away from RPG features. That's weird. Why?
What do you mean moving away from RPG? Because I've never felt that Assassin's Creed is an RPG anyway.
It kind of used to be like. It kind of sorry, it wasn't RPG. Then became kind of an RPG.
Yeah, I remember like the first one, the Ezio ones. They were definitely not RPG. They were just more like go and assassinate, sneak in, that kind of shit. You know, that was about it.
It was more like, I don't want to say Zelda, but your upgrades was with your weapons.
It was an action kind. It was a sort of action thriller kind of game because the endings. I remember because they used to build up the endings really well in those games. Like, yeah, because it would make you want to go and play the next Assassin's Creed game because it would end on a fucking cliffhanger. You're like, what the fuck? You know? I remember how those games were, especially when Desmond was in it. I don't even remember Desmond. He was in all the Assassin's Creed games at one point.
So I guess they're gonna go back to their roots. That'll be like really cool, you know?
I think so.
Yeah, and please don't make it 140 hours anymore, please.
No, that's the only thing that's been literally. I have Valhalla sat there in my drawer, waiting. It's like, play me. I'm like, no, not yet. Now is not the time because I know if I start playing, I'm gonna stop about 50 hours or 30 hours and go fuck this shit. So I'm not gonna play over 100 hours in a game.
It's gonna take a lot of time for you to finish the campaign. Like the campaign is long. I'm not saying do all the side shit. The campaign is goddamn long.
Everyone tells me the campaign is fucking.
The problem is that the game is like bland most of the time. It's like watching 100 episodes of fillers and you get 20 episodes of like main story stuff. You know, there's all of this side shit happening, and you just like don't really care. But the ending is like the twist in the ending was like really, really surprising. But
that's what Assassin's Creed was known for having these nice twisted endings. That's what they were really good at.
And I did not expect it at all, to be honest. I think maybe because I stopped thinking about the story and just numbed my brain.
You're like, nah, just finish. Must finish.
And I did it twice.
I know you bloody well did it twice because you're stupid. Right, next story today. Must get that platinum, dude. Fuck it. Who cares? Life goes on. Mass Effect.
My penis got bigger now. Each platinum.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition confirms 120 frames per second on Xbox Series X and 60 frames per second on PS5. That make you happy?
I mean, there's no one on Xbox Series S.
I don't know. I'm not really that bothered, to be honest.
It makes me happy. Makes me happy. I mean, I'm going to play this game in 6 months when it's free on Game Pass.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I'm excited to play it again, but it's not something I just want to like hop on day one, because I already played this game. I already know what's going to happen.
Well, I've not played. I think I played the second one. I loved it. I didn't play the third one.
And the first one.
Did I play the first one?
The first one was exclusive for the Xbox.
Yes, I got it with my 360. When I bought it, I got the Halo 3 box set. When Halo 3 came out, that was the Xbox 360 that I got. And I remember it came with Mass Effect as well. It was from the store I got it from. And I remember I played Mass Effect for a while. Is there a bit where you go in like a six-wheelie kind of looking tank thing and you go up like hills and stuff and shoot?
No, I don't know. You just described Halo to me.
Maybe it was Halo. Yeah, that's probably how confused I am right now, because there's a bit where you run with a gun. That's like every single game, Clint. Oh, okay. You run with a gun. Anyway, I've got this image of Mass Effect in my head. I'm pretty sure it was Mass Effect. And there was a bit where you go into like it looks like a kind of like a tranquility thing with waterfalls and stuff. It looks very futuristic, and you're doing an investigation. That's Mass Effect, surely, right?
I don't know. It's still describing Halo to me.
All right, never mind. Well, anyway, blah, blah, blah. 120 frames per second, 60 frames per second. Mabruk, well done. Right, let's get into our next story.
Mabruk, well done. All the 4Ks, all the frames. Big penis energy.
Next story. Valve is being sued over Steam monopoly accusations.
Steam.
Did I say stream or Steam?
You said stream.
I meant Steam. Yeah. Well, they are like one of the biggest players, aren't they, in this whole game now of fucking with exclusivities and online gaming and buying. They're one of the beasts now. Yeah. So this has all come down because of Epic Games and the Big Apple lawsuit. This is like a ripple effect. This is why all this shit's happening now with everybody. Are you all right, Chris? You dying?
I think I have COVID.
How long you been coughing for?
Why can... I don't understand how Sony can be sued over having exclusive, right? Sony Classic Action lawsuit revealed over PlayStation Store exclusivity.
Is it because of the way they've done it, so nobody else can actually benefit from it? Maybe like game developers don't have any say because they've exclusively done it in such, I don't know. It's all to do with backhanders and company contracts and all this kind of thing. Man, it's, you know what I mean? It goes deeper than just the shit that you see in the open world, you know what I mean? So somebody's obviously getting fucked and not happy about it. It's plain and simple.
Keep going.
Yes. Keep going. That's literally all I can say. What I can say about it.
The Steam. Why are they getting sued?
Oh, the Steam thing. I'm just literally looking here now. Valve abuses market power, according to one of the reports, to ensure that game publishers have no choice but to sell most of their games through the Steam store, where they're subject to Valve's 30% toll. This is the issue. So it's like, especially if you're like an indie developer maybe, or if you're like a much smaller company who doesn't have any buying power, or, you know what I mean? Where you don't have the luxury of being able to say to Steam, like, well, this is what we're thinking. You know what I mean? So obviously, they're going to take their 30% cut, and, they're pretty much forced into selling probably on Steam as an exclusive. They say that Valve abuses that. But, in the end, this businessman, you may as well say that about any fucking business in the world, I mean, this butcher takes advantage of this, of the suppliers. Well, yeah, it's businessman, you know what I mean? I don't know. What say you?
So I'm reading about this claim why Sony's being sued, right, because of their PlayStation Store. So apparently, what they're doing is that, this class action lawsuit centers around third-party digital sales through the PlayStation Digital Storefront, making the selling process by Sony in direct opposition to antitrust laws, effective making it monopoly. So third-party retailers, they're selling digital download codes for PlayStation games starting back in 2019, such like Best Buy and Amazon. So this puts PlayStation Store at the epicenter of digital-only purchase.
It sounds like a money problem thing, innit? That's it. It's just people not getting their cuts, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That is literally it. People just not making the money. Probably money that they deserve as well. Again, comes down to developers and people, publishers, all that kind of shit. Man, they're all getting stuffed and screwed in some way. And unfortunately, this is the business now. It's all online and digital, and what the fuck can you do? You know what I mean?
Everyone wants...
Yeah. If you don't want, it's the only way to sell now.
Sorry?
Nice. It's the only way to actually make money these days. Because like you said, physical copies are just not sold as much as the before.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to go through these platforms like Steam and PlayStation Network and this and that. That's where the money's being made.
I agree.
Yeah, right. Final story today. Yakuza will be a turn-based action game after the success of Yakuza Like a Dragon, which I didn't play yet, by the way.
That's weird. Why? Yakuza is known for their wacky action gameplay.
Well, they're saying this one's quite successful, so yeah, the creators have confirmed that the Yakuza series will be a turn-based RPG from now on as they go forward with the next game.
Yeah, but I mean, why they have to make it in the main series, Why can't they just make it the spin-off? Right?
I don't know.
We'll
see. Maybe it's something that plan. Maybe you never know. Maybe they do make it like a spin-off.
No, I know
a lot of people who are. I know.
Up until now, like it says, the Yakuza series has been transformed into a turn-based RPG. So, the main series. But why?
The thing is, I know a lot of Yakuza fans, like a lot of die-hard Yakuza fans who love the games. So, yeah, I don't know. But maybe they're so much of a die-hard fan, they don't really care.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know people like the turn-based RPG element of it, but make it like the spin-off,
Yeah.
Like a Dragon 2, like a Dragon 3, and then you have the other ones. The main title, just keep it as it is. I don't understand when companies have to touch the main title for but while they just change everything about it,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 6, that's not the main Resident Evil title game. It's a Call of Duty Resident game. It's not bad, but don't name it Resident Evil 6. Just, I don't know, name it Resident Evil Call of Duty or something.
Resi Duty.
Yeah.
I quite liked Resident Evil 6.
I'm not saying it's shit or whatever, but
oh no, a lot of people I know say it's shit. I know a lot of people think it's the worst game, but for me, it wasn't too bad. I didn't think it was. It wasn't an awful game. Yeah, it could have been it was more like a spin-off than an actual Resident Evil game, because Resident Evil is all about the horror, getting stuck in a mansion, trying to figure out where the fuck you're supposed to go, or a laboratory. This was you running around fucking China, shooting things and jumping out of airplanes and shit. Like, what the fuck? You know, that's literally what Resident Evil 6 is. But while I enjoyed it, it's just, you know, it just felt like a big action fucking movie, not an actual horror game. Yeah.
So this is what happens. Is like anyone who is a big fan of Resident Evil, and probably, but if they see it as a spin-off, yeah, no, I don't have to buy this. You know, it's a spin-off. It's not, you know, my cup of tea. But when they put the number in it, they have this need. They have this like, you know, I'm a big fan. Yeah, I have to buy it.
I need to play it. It's the next one in the story, exactly, in the franchise.
Exactly right, but. That's why where the like the anger comes from. But it's a good tactic, you know. They sold a lot of copies. I know that Resident Evil 6 did really well. In sales.
Like I said, again, I didn't think it was a bad game. It just wasn't a Resident Evil game. It was just something else, literally. Although, you know what? That game came out on PlayStation 3. I played the PlayStation 4. I'm not going to say a remaster because it's not a remaster. I think it's just cleaner, you know, with the frames and that frame rate and all that kind of shit. There's a bit where China gets covered in this smog. The graphics are still fucking good, by the way. I was shocked. I was like, fuck, this is a PS3 game? It was really good.
Resident Evil always had good graphics.
And you know what? All honesty, I think RE6 had some of the best boss designs out of the entire franchise. There's hands down, it had some of the best ones.
You mentioned this.
I know, that's why I'm mentioning again. Right. Any beef today, Chris Cross?
Nope.
No beef today?
No.
I'm trying to think what my beef was. I had a beef and I completely forgot what it was. No.
So, did you make your ass account?
My ass? No, not yet. Did you make your nipple one yet or no?
Maybe. You don't know. Maybe you have to search for it.
Nipple cripple or something. Nipple Chris. I will find it. Nipple cripple. That's a great name for an account, by the way.
Nipple crippled.
Nipple crippled.
So your nipple is crippled? How can your nipple be crippled?
You don't know what a nipple cripple is?
No.
When we were kids, you used to scream nipple cripple, and what you do is you grab your friend's nipple and you twist it.
Isn't that like nipple? It's like nipple twister.
Yeah, nipple twist. But we used to, in English, go nipple cripple, and you grab it and you twist it. And you're like, it was so painful. There's always that one guy who's really good at it. He will grab that fucking nipple and almost rip it off. Fucking asshole.
And there's always that one guy with like, harder, yes. This is it.
This is what I like. Right. If you would like to check us out online, have a search for Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast. We have an episode that was up a few days ago. Episode 46. You can have a look. And don't forget to subscribe. You can check us out on Spotify. We are everywhere. Chris, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter and Instagram. It's @Taporian. That's TAPORIN @Taporian. You can also find me under your bed.
Surprise!
Because I'm the boogeyman.
My God, that's so freaky. Nice. And yeah, don't forget, check me on Instagram @ClintMaximus. Right, I'm out. Have a good one, and we will catch you next week. See you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Follow us on Instagram @Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast.